Welcome to Season 3 of NAC News. I'm Tyler Schumann.
I'm Ryan Wilmus.
And this is our Fall Sports Preview.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, a week, a month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too.
New year, new football coach. The 2018 football season has kicked off, and Mikhail did a story on it.
Let's watch that now.
When it comes to passion for the sport, North Antioch breathes football. For years, NA football players have trained to the greatest degree for each game. During each season, the school has been a strong contender to competition. Although this season has only begun, it appears that it will certainly be interesting to watch. Night of August 24th, North Antioch faced King City. During the first half, King City gained the upper hand. At the final moments, NA attempted to make a solid comeback, but it was too late. With a score of 8-40, North Antioch had lost their first game. The second game arrived on August 31st at 7 p.m. Their rivals, the St. Joseph Christian Lions, had gained a 6-point lead on the first minute of the game. In response, North Antioch pressured their opponents throughout the game, gaining 22 points during halftime. It ended during the middle of the fourth quarter, with North Antioch achieving a 36-6 victory. After the game, I decided to ask 3 questions to the NA captains. The first captain was McKinley Lillard, also the first NA player to score that night.
How do you feel about this game right now?
Pretty good. We came out, took care of business, ran down their throat. I replayed the game. I hope that next week against Pattonsburg. I think this week we leaned on them. We just leaned on them all game, and we got to them. And we came out, just took care of business. That's all I got to say.
How do you feel, what do you think brought this victory?
Hard work and practices, determination, and a will win.
Any plan for next week?
Lean on them.
Finishing the first interview, I had questions for Cy Black, another captain for the team.
How are you feeling about this game?
We're feeling great. We went out there, played our hardest. Everything worked out in our favor. And ready for next week. Got prepared.
What do you think brought this victory?
Us working hard in practice. We worked on their scout team defense, their scout team offense all week. We worked real hard on playing their game so we could come out and get this win.
Any plans for next week?
Work hard, get their film, watch it, and prepare just like we did this week. Their film, watch it, and prepare just like we did this week.
I went after the final captain, Logan Hughes.
So, how do you feel about this game?
I thought it was a lot better than last week. Proving people we can beat the contenders.
So, what do you think brought this victory?
I think it's good to get a win under a belt, and it feels good.
Any plans for next week?
Just keep on playing hard and keep grinding.
Yeah, okay.
In conclusion, the North Antioch football team is working hard for this season. With each game, they will improve their techniques. There is no predictable outcome for the championships. However, North Antioch will certainly hold on to the competition.
Football's not the only ball being thrown around the field. Softball's heating up. Audrey has a story on that.
The North Andrew girls high school softball team, coached by Todd Simmons and Sherry Koppel, kicked off their 2018-2019 season playing in the Albany tournament on August 25th. They went 0-3 that day but had a good comeback on August 30th. They played King City and won 10-7. Their first conference game against Worth County will be rescheduled soon due to rain. Their third conference game against Albany was rescheduled as well to September 12th because of the rain. The team this year is very young, having lost several seniors last year and only having one this year, Gentry Koppel. They have one junior, Gabby Chambers, and the rest of the team consists of mostly freshmen and sophomores. In an interview with Coach Simmons, he talked about competition this year, goals, and leadership within the team. How do you think your team this year will match up with the competition?
Well, one thing about in our area, I don't think there's one dominant team that actually is going to take over the whole area. They don't have a dominant picture. There's going to be some good teams in the area, But I think we should be able to match up with just about anybody. I think our biggest thing is just to minimize our errors, and because we're a younger team, we have one junior and one senior. So it's going to be a younger team fulfilling all these things that we want to accomplish. But for matching up with everybody, I think we'll be right we'll be in the games with everybody. So I think it'll be good. I have one goal at the beginning of every first inning is to get the first person out. First person, we get her out. Then we only have 2 left. If a person gets on base, we're okay. It's more relaxing throughout the inning if we get that first person out. On the back of our shirts, we're going to say strive for 5. And what that means is we have 5 games to go to state when we start districts. We have 3 of our districts, quarterfinal, semifinal, and then on to state. That's what, when you go into districts, you have, its record is 0-0. Minimize errors is another one. If we have 1 or less error per game, we're going to be able to win those games most likely.
Who do you think will step up this year in leadership and lead the team?
Well, so far I think Gentry Koppel has definitely stepped up. She's our only senior. The thing about stepping up into a leadership role is you got to be able to do your job as well. There's a lot of people that think they want to be a leader, but if they're not good at softball, it's hard to tell the other kids to do things whenever they can't get it done themselves. Gentry is an exception to that. She is a good enough ball player that she's going to be able to get it done, plus tell the other girls what to do and when to follow and when not to follow, etc. We've got some freshmen coming in that really are focused. They want to win. They have an attitude that we're taking the field. It's our field. You're going to have to try to beat me. And I love that attitude.
In another interview with Gentry Koppel, she talked about leadership as well, and also about how she thinks the team will do next year.
Who do you think will step up this year in leadership and lead the team?
As far as stepping up with leadership and leading the team, I believe that, of course, me as being our only senior, I will help lead the team along with my fellow, I guess she's not a senior, but she's our only junior leader, Gabby, will help lead the team, along with, we have a very young infield, but our pitcher, Emma, does a very good job of leading our team.
Being the only senior leaving the team, how do you foresee next year's team?
Next year's team will be a strong team. This year they're young, they're just kind of feeling their positions out. I mean, they came up from junior high, which is good, but just actually playing on a varsity squad is different. So I foresee their future next year being very bright.
In an interview with Emma Tipton, she talked about transition from junior high to high school softball, and also about being such a young leading pitcher. What are your thoughts on being a leading pitcher this year as only a freshman?
Being the leading pitcher this year is kind of nerve-wracking at times, but I have a great team to back me up, and I believe in them, so it just gives me a lot of confidence.
How are you adapting to the transition from junior high to varsity softball?
It's still the same game. I just see a big difference in size and competition, but I think I'm adapting pretty well.
The news team would like to wish the softball girls good luck this year. Keep up the good work.
Running around those bases looks pretty tiring. You know what else is pretty tiring?
What?
Cross country. Ryan's in cross country this year, and he did a story on cross country. Let's play that.
The North Andrew cross country team has started their season off with a North Platte 2-miler. The junior high hasn't ran a race yet this season due to weather problems. The North Andrew High School team consists of Ryan Wilmus, Melena Briner, Hannah Raymond, Chad Wilmus, Ezra Moan, Michael Brabick, Robert Moody, Eli Lillard, and Jaden Bowman. The junior high team consists of Briley Brinks, Kendall Nestor, Seth Perry, CJ Raymond, Jacqueline Redinger, Aspen Seibert, Michaela Seibert, Reagan Walker, and Riley Walker. Coach Kelly Seibert has been the coach for 5 years at North Andrew. The cross-country team has a foreign exchange student that decided to join. Melena hurt her ankle in a basketball game and is now out for a couple weeks at least. I interviewed some of the cross-country athletes about how their year is going so far in the sport, and here's what they had to say.
Okay, what's a goal you've had for this season?
To improve my time.
Do you guys think you have improved any since last year?
Probably with cooperation and actually working together.
What's your favorite part about the sport?
How close we've become this year. How it's not that bad.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay. What's it like moving to a new school and running with different people?
I actually really enjoy meeting new people, so it wasn't that hard to adjust to, and everyone's been so welcoming, so I like it a lot.
What's a goal for this season?
Well, my goal was to get better than 12th at state this year, but since I'm injured, I'm hoping my goal this year is to actually make it to state.
What's your favorite part about the sport?
My favorite part is how like everyone's just like a family, and like my coach Kelly Seibert has made it so fun at practices. It's just really enjoyable. So.
All right, thank you.
Ryan Wilmus set the boys cross country record in 2016 with a time of 18 minutes and 3 seconds. This was the previously held by Dylan Todd. Jessica Hare set the girls' record in 1997 with a time of 22 minutes 42 seconds. Rebecca Todd has the second fastest girl time with 23 minutes and 9 seconds. Milena hopes to break that record this year. The athletes on the North Andrew cross country team has started running during the summer so they can get enough practices in for their first meet. They have a meet at East Atchison on September 10th.
This concludes our fall sports preview. I'm Ryan Willis.
I'm Tyler Schumann.
And this is NAC News Out.